I am doing the reflection on the reading from Wednesday, March 24th. It is Daniel chapter 3 and a whole lot of verses there. So I'm gonna start by reading it to you, and so you got kind of a background on what this is. And forgive me for some of the words here. Some of the names here are pretty rough. But so there's a king here. The king addressed them, Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, is it true that you do not serve my gods, and that you refuse to worship the god statue I have set up? When you hear the sound of horn, pipe, lyre, zither, harp, bagpipe, and every other kind of instrument, are you prepared to prostrate yourselves and worship the statue I have made? If you refuse to worship it, you will be thrown forthwith into the burning fiery furnace. Then which of the gods could save you from my power? Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to the king, your question needs no answer from us. If our God, the one we serve, is able to save us from the burning fiery furnace from your power, your majesty, he will save us. His expression was changed now as he looked at Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He gave orders for the furnace to be made 7 times hotter than usual, and commanded certain stalwarts from his army to bind Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them into the burning fiery furnace. The king sprang to his feet in amazement. He said to his advisers, did we not have these men bound and thrown into the fire? They answered the king, certainly, your majesty. But he went on, I could see 4 men walking free in the heart of the fire and quite unharmed, and the 4th looks like a child of the gods. Blessed be the gods of Sadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He has sent his angel to rescue his servants who, putting their trust in him, defied the order of the king and preferred to forfeit their bodies rather than to serve any god but their God. So a couple of things here that stand out to me. I think the passage is pretty cut and dry, but number one is when they say that even if he doesn't save them, they're okay with that. And to me, that shows a serious kind of trust. So the second part that stands out to me is when the king gives orders for the furnace to be made 7 times hotter than usual. To me, this shows an enormous amount of hate from the king. And also, to me, it seems like it's like drowning in 20 feet of water compared to 10 feet of water. So dead is dead to me, but the hatred is real. So they hate everybody who's following Jesus. And lastly, the reading to me carries with it a lot of similarities between the 3 men and Jesus. So the first one is denial, right? Both the 3 men deny any other gods, the same way that Jesus didn't deny being an ordinary man. Both the 3 men and Jesus were executed with tremendous hatred towards them and their beliefs. And the third one, both the men and Jesus were resurrected in a sense, or at least saved by their Father, which is very fitting as we get closer and closer to Easter. So I hope some of that made sense to you. Just kind of my take on the passage, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.